Hey, what's up, guys, and welcome back to another Real Madrid review video. Of course, this one will come out later because I had to, upload the preview later as well because of some YouTube issues in video processing. Um, but anyways, this game was interesting. When we went into this game, I was expecting Inter Milan to fight for it. You know, Inter Milan. You're looking at a team like Inter Milan that definitely will fight for it. Of course, any team that goes into a game don't want to fight for it. But oh my goodness, Inter Milan in that game, look, they stunned me when I watched the game. I was like, what's going on? We're like getting, absolute trashed. Um, and then somehow we came out with a win. 89th minute Rodrigo goal. It was coming with an assist as well. Um, Not much to talk about the goal. It was just a beautiful pass in, and then Kamiko just kind of taps it on, I guess. Not quite like a tap in, but the ball was just like over. I don't know how to describe that, but go and watch the replay and go watch the goal if you guys haven't already. But the goal was pretty simple. I mean, it's a simple goal, right? We don't want to talk more. We don't want to talk like. We don't want to talk much about it. We want to talk about it, but we don't want to talk like put all our attention on the goal, because realistically, you can score 20 goals and all 20 goals are like tapping goals. Like there's no goalkeeper there. There's like I don't know, like Sunday League, whatever, right? Um, or you can score one goal that is absolutely out of the world. So hey, let's not talk too much about the goal that we scored, but let's talk more about the performance. The team. Goals aren't always the thing. Goals aren't always the decider, because you can score 5 goals and concede 6 goals like that, man. Like, so scoring isn't the most important thing. Yes, scoring is important, but defending, but the midfield, the goalkeeping are all a team together trying to get the win. So Courtois in goal, arguably, um, a lot of people, including myself actually, think he deserved the man of the match. I mean, he just kept us in it, literally. Like, Inter Milan had shots here, like shots from here, shots there, shots here, like all across the place. And Courtois is like, nope, try again. And then they just never got to beat Thibaut Courtois. Never. Like honestly, like the shots were safe, all of them. Like honestly, not all the shots, but a lot of the shots were denied. And those chances, those chances for Inter Milan, I personally think could have they could have gone into the half probably like 2-3 nil up potentially. But Courtois, arguably man of the match, I'm gonna give him 9, a solid 9. In fact, he's gonna be my man of the match. 9. I don't know if there's another player out there that has more than 9 in this game. Um, there's probably a few other players I want to talk about that probably deserves man of the match, like Courtois. Um, does so. Hey, um, Courtois 9.10. Now into the right back, and it was Carvajal who played. I thought Vasquez was gonna play. He ended up playing on the right wing spot. We'll get to him a little while later. Um, and Carvajal, I mean, apart from the one shot that was saved by Handanovic, didn't see much of him. Um, the shot was a good shot. He needed Handanovic to tap it over. Um, but for me, I'm gonna give him a 6. I actually don't give him a 6 or 5.5. I think 5.5 is more fair. I think 6 is might be a tiny bit too much. I think 5.5 is fair. Um, so personally, 5.5. And now two centre backs were Alaba and Militao. Um, and surprisingly, and in fact very surprisingly, Nacho was playing left back. We'll get on to Nacho later on. But we'll talk about the two centre backs first. Militao Alaba. I was reading this from, I think, a Real Madrid, was it a news page or something like that on Twitter? That was saying Alaba plays better with Nacho than Militao. I don't know where I saw this or read this, but it was something like that. Like he does better along with Nacho. I don't know because on like this season's start so far, that's how it is. Um, I'm not sure how true it is and where I read it from, but that was just where I read it from, right? Just read something like that. Um, so yeah, personally, Alaba and Militao again. I mean, defensively, Militao had a header. He was frustrated that he couldn't score from it. I think he could have done better with the header, you know. I'm gonna give him a. The thing is, I want to give him a 6. I really do want to give him a 6. He's winning 5.5 and 6 for me, for Militao. I'm gonna give him that 6. In terms of Alaba, I'm gonna give him that 5.5. I just don't think he did that well. I mean, out of all of his games so far, if you look at all of the games, apart from pretty much Levante, this is probably one of the weaker games because normally Alaba is like pushing forward, taking shots, and I'm not saying I want you to do that every single game. No, but I didn't really see much of it. Um, and this is why I think that since Mendy's out, why not just play Alaba either play Alaba left back or play Miguel or something. If Miguel is not fit and Alaba is fit, play him left back and play Nacho Militao center back. I don't understand why Nacho was at left back in the first place. I mean, yeah, gotta give him a 5 to be fair. Um, and then a 3 center mid. Also, there's no hate on Nacho. I'm just saying, right? Um, the 3 center mids, Valverde, Casemiro, Modric. I thought Camavinga might have played over Valverde. Um, but Valverde played. Camavinga did ended up coming on. We'll talk about him a little while more. Fede, Valverde, Casemiro, Modric. Did I see much action from them? I mean, pretty much the entire game I saw, or the highlights that I saw, were pretty much just Inter Milan taking the attack. I think our midfield was quite open. I mean, I don't know what it was, but it's just like Inter Milan could counter attack us all the time. Like honestly, I don't know if it's because Modric is getting on a bit and he doesn't have the stamina to run all over the place. But surely someone like Valverde and Casemiro can do more of the defensive jobs and leave Modric in that midfield role. Not necessarily like in the midfield, but get someone like a Casemiro Valverde to get back slightly a little bit to try to get the ball and then try to get it to Modric and then into the attack. Um, Personally, it's hard to say anything. It's hard because I didn't see them at all. Like in terms of highlights, I didn't see us do anything. Uh, like a few shots from us and that's it. And then you look into Milan, just like control the entire game. And had shots here, had attacks here, and all sorts here. Um, so personally, I think that it's 5 for Valverde. It's gonna be so ruthless. Probably a 6 for Modric and probably like a 5.5 for Casemiro. To be honest, right, I genuinely haven't seen much of them in this game. And I just think that we could have done much better in the midfield. And in the front three, we had was Lucas Vasquez, Vinicius Junior, Benzema. I'm surprised we went with Lucas Vasquez right wing. I'm very surprised. Um, we'll talk about him last. Vinicius Junior had a good shot attempt, but apart from that, not too much going on there. I'm still gonna give him a 5.5. Not the best game in my opinion, but still, he's done very well so far. The start of the season, very very well. Benzema, you can't rely on him all the time. You can't expect him to score goals. Um, I mean, he set up cover out for the shot, of course. And that was pretty much the only moment I saw from him. So I gotta probably give him like a 5.5, close to 6. I mean, most of these players are 5.5, 5.5, 6. Apart from probably Courtois, and some other guys I'm gonna mention of those. Lucas Vazquez is a weird one. I think that personally, I think we're playing him to try to ask him to come back a little bit for the defense. Personally, for me, because don't think that if Hazard started, he would have the ability to come back and defend. So for me, I can't judge, but I'm gonna have to give a 5. And then yeah, Asensio, Rodrigo, Camavinga came on. Asensio's a weird one, right? Because once again, I think these subs were made quite late on, and there was just like absolutely no shots from them. They just came on, so I can't judge. So I'm gonna give him a 5. Now, Camavinga got an assist. I mean, 2 games ago and an assist, especially in the Champions League, is not bad. I'm gonna give him a solid 8.5. I think that's a solid 8.5, maybe 8, maybe somehow 7.5. But I think that's a solid performance from the man. I think it's a really solid performance. Um, and then we have Rodrigo, the man who's got the winner. Do I think he's better than Camavinga, or he did better than Camavinga? It does the goal, yes. But I think Courtois played a much bigger role. So if I give Camavinga probably like an 8.5, or let's say I give Camavinga 8 and give Courtois 9. Okay, let's say Camavinga is an 8, not 8.5. 8, Courtois 9. I think it's fair that Rodrigo gets an 8.5. So for me personally, Courtois 9, Rodrigo 8.5, and Camavinga 8 to clear it up as well. Um, that was one of those games where you could have easily been Inter Milan win, a nil-nil draw, or just somehow find a winner. Right? I think Inter Milan could have easily won in that first half alone. They didn't manage to find the back of the net, and then the second half was just like we controlled the second half, right? But oh boy, that game was quite entertaining in terms of Inter Milan's view. But hey, we got the job done, we got the win. Um, And yeah, little fun fact for you: we've won our opening game of the Champions League in 13 of the last 15 seasons. So hey, that is something to boost us up, I guess. Um, but hey, let me know what your rating for these players would be. What would have a lineup probably have been. Let me know. Of course, if you guys don't agree, just say I don't agree. That's all, and like why, and oh, don't need to use hate or anything. Hate and all will not be tolerated. Um, anyways, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. Hit the like button Wednesday, subscribe to the channel if you guys aren't already, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace!